Hello, listeners. This podcast was brought to you by young, healthy adult men. Unfortunately, not all men stay healthy throughout their life, and some die too young, which is why I'm sporting a sick mustache. I'm doing this for the Movember project. Jace is with us, and he's not quite growing a mustache. He's got some stubble, but I have faith that he will shave that off and rock a presidential stash.
You know, I was really sad when I was younger because my dad always said I had peach fuzz on my face. And I don't know, I've never, noticed the fuzz on peaches. So I was just like, all right, well, I have nothing on my face then.
Yeah, well, peaches are fuzzy.
I never noticed that, honestly.
You serious? Like
No.
to this day?
Well, I guess now I understand a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Well, I understand the meaning, but,
So maybe you just didn't look closely enough when you were younger.
No, maybe not. I need a magnifying glass.
Or you just stayed away. I think, understanding textures of foods as we grow older is more of a, kind of a skill that you develop. You can understand it. And
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm pretty set though. My stash is it's working its way up there. It's nothing like a Christian stash though.
No, thank you. I had a bit of a head start on this. I've had a stash since the start of the school year. I grew a little beard in last month, but shaved it off for the Movember.
Yeah, I noticed your posts are every single day you've been posting something new, and then I have to click your stash.
Yeah, every day I have a link in my stash.
It's pretty exciting.
Thank you.
So what is that all about?
So, as I understand the story of Movember, I believe it's a non-for-profit. They back in the day, I think they realized that men, when they were growing up, they realized that all the macho men were wearing mustaches, and then come around their mid-20s, they realized that people didn't really sport stashes anymore. It was sort of like a creepy, weird, or satiric thing to do. Let's bring the stash back. And they were doing so in pursuit of raising awareness for men's health issues. I believe their main issues are prostate cancer and male suicide. And what's the other one? Prostate and testicular cancer, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So I think they are the largest contributors to men's health donations in the world.
Actually, I got this site up that's called us.movember.com, and it's kind of the history of what they've done. It looks like it started from 30 Mobros, as they put it, and then to 5 million, and Mosistas, Mobros and Mosistas, looks like it. And so, yeah, it's in 2003. Looks like it says two mates, Travis Garone and Luke Slattery, meet up for a quiet beer in Melbourne, Australia. It's kind of funny we're in Melbourne too. And the idea sparked called Movember. The mustache had all but disappeared from fashion trends. Could they bring it back? They found 30 guys willing to take up the challenge. And it says participating countries: Australia, 30 Mobros and $0 raised. You jump over to 2004, and they got 480 Mobros. That's simply 1 year and $40,000 raised. They actually created a Movember Foundation and created a website. Justin Coughlin comes on board to kickstart things in Queensland. And the funds raised went to the Prostate Cancer Foundation Australia. And then 2005, we have 9,000 Mobros and Mosistas and $921,000. And you skip all the way down till we hit 2017. We have 5.5 million Mobros and Mosistas. And it looks like about $6 million was raised for this cause, which is pretty amazing that 30 people, well, I mean, looks like 2 people who got to 30 came up to 6 million. Well, I mean, almost over 5 million, and something like $6 million raised for a cause that they didn't really even probably originally intended to go to. I mean, they probably started it, and then it just kind of carried itself.
Yeah, really incredible. I'm kind of disappointed because people aren't asking me about my stash. It's probably because I did sport one out of November. So
big mistake.
Yeah, I guess so. Although I was digging it. Not sure if anybody else was or is, but I was digging my stash.
Honestly, you ever thought of putting a little red in there?
Put a little red. I think as my age develops, that I will start to grow a red mustache. My beard's pretty red, but
That's the best way to go. Just ginger stash.
yeah, I mean, you're a full-on ginger though. I'm like a blonde dude with a red beard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I have some red in my facial hair.
Yeah.
I'm not ginger with blonde eyebrows.
Do gingers
That's
always
weird.
have red beards, or do they vary in like?
Well, you'd be surprised actually. Like I'm 0.1% of the human population on Earth are gingers first and foremost, which they carry a genetic trait. It's actually a mutation. I think it's like the RN1 mutation or something like that. And essentially, that mutation is so rare. It's 0.1% of the population on Earth. So of that, that mutation, it's recessive genes. The Punnett square. R. That's extremely rare. But then if you look at the actual traits that those individuals have of the gingers, blonde eyebrows, red hair, and blue eyes is actually the rarest combination. So that's 0.1% of that 0.1%.
Wow,
So if you do some math, you'll find out there's only 700,000 people on this earth that have that genetic trait.
Holy moly,
So
you're
you're
a
next.
flower.
You're next to one right now. I'm
You're
an
a red
endangered
sheep.
I'm an endangered species. The sun's trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me with your climate change.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to put on stronger sunblock because of you.
Should we have a ginger awareness month
Why don't we have a ginger awareness?
where we all dye our hair red?
Oh my gosh.
and our
You know what's
eyebrows
better
blonde,
actually?
Put in blue contacts.
If you kick someone, I think it really brings a lot of awareness.
So kick a ginger.
So, yeah, kick a ginger day sounds like something. Ow. Gosh. It sounds like something. See, I'm aware now. Thank you, Christian.
As am I. My foot's a little sore now.
Now I'm gonna curse you with the ginger trait. Your next born child will be ginger.
There's no chance.
I just cursed you, so now it's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't know I could do that, did you?
No, I did not. But now I kind of feel it. My throat's a little itchy.
No, what's funny is you're gonna forget I said that, and then you're gonna have a child, and your firstborn's gonna be ginger, and you're gonna look at it, and then it's gonna be blonde eyes, blue eyes, blonde eyebrows, and red hair, and it's gonna hit you that on this day, however many years back, I cursed I didn't curse, I blessed your firstborn child with this rare genetic trait.
What a story.
Well, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the thick of it. So, what'd you have for us today, Christian?
Today, I really just planned that intro today. I was kind of winging it, and I wanted to ask you how you're doing.
How's your week been?
Week's been pretty good. Yesterday, I traded in my truck.
Really?
Yeah. So I had a 2006 Ford F-150. It was like a very standard model. Stick shift, had one row of seats. Everything was really mechanical. No power doors, no power windows. You had to roll them, crank them, and had a long bed. So it looked like a work truck. But I've had that since I was 16 now. I'm almost 21. So about 5 years of this truck and I left it at a dealership yesterday for someone else to have. And it was the most bittersweet, like, materialistic experience I've ever gone through.
Really?
Yeah. So many, like, man, it's similar. Jeez, I didn't get nearly as emotional as, like, losing a dog. But in the same way you think about a dog and, like, I grew up with that dog and all the experiences you shared with it, it's like I grew up with that truck for half a decade. A quarter of my life was spent with it, and I traded it in. And, the trade-in, it seems like fun. I'm really excited about it. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me right now in Melbourne. I'm driving my mom's car. I had split from her from the dealership so I could make it to class today. But we couldn't get insurance on it on a Sunday that we traded it in, so it had to sit there in the car lot for the next day. She picked it up tonight. She's loving it, but I feel like a kid on Christmas where I had like gone down to the Christmas tree, saw my presents, saw the one that I knew like what it was. I'm like, oh yes, this is happening.
Oh,
This
oh.
is happening. I'm about to open it, Mom. I'm about to open it. And
Wait, honey.
She's like, wait until I charge the camera. But the camera takes like 5 days to charge. I'm not going to get to drive my car.
Freaking charge the camera. What era is this?
Oh my goodness. No, that happened to me in I think 2006. I want to say. Mom was
my
like
God.
charging the camera.
It scarred you that much? You still to this day?
Dude, yep. I
Oh
remember
my
that.
gosh. I'm so sorry.
I got in trouble because I like copped an attitude with her
Oh shoot.
about it. I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I think she's listening right now,
It
possibly.
was just Christmas and
I think you need to talk about this with
put a
them.
damper on it. No, I mean because you like see Christmas in the movies when you're a kid and you're like, oh, we're just gonna rush down to the Christmas tree. We're gonna start tearing stuff apart, and the camera put a damper on it. That's all.
Honestly, we're kind of like basically, it's Christmas, because Halloween is past.
Yeah,
And
basically,
you go to any store right now, and you're gonna see Christmas everywhere, which is kind of annoying, I think.
absolutely, especially with this delicious holiday upon us.
I know, right? Can I have my turkey first? Like, why do I have to get some candy canes all of a sudden?
Dude, I cannot wait.
It's freaking like capitalist America
Love
can't wait.
Thanksgiving.
It's just like honestly, it's like, hey, quick, yeah, it's not a Halloween anymore. Come buy presents, please, now.
Yeah.
Spend money.
This part of the year is the highest revenue earning mark the whole year.
They can't wait. It'd be like, putting a Christmas decoration before Halloween. Oh, that's preposterous.
A lot of people make more money in December than they do of other months combined. I know firsthand my parents do. They my dad lays tile and he's a construction guy, and my mom owns a salon. And with the tile business, everybody wants to redo their homes.
Yeah.
Refurbish things before they have guests in the holiday season. So they can come back and be like, oh, wow, you have a new backsplash, your kitchen's so pretty, your bathroom's so nice, or whatever. And it's a similar situation in beauty where women are knocking down my mom's doors to get prettier. So that if they have Christmas pictures or just, people come into town, they have to look extravagant,
I got some numbers right here.
All right.
This is insane. The average U.S. family spends $906 on gifts for Christmas,
Wow.
on average. And we're considering
Look up the average, or I'll look up the average.
and then for retail industry sales, it's $3.19 trillion.
Wow.
How much is a trillion? It's like
All right, so the average
A bunch of billions.
American income is 58,000. So let's see, 58,000.
divided by days,
Well, divided by what is it? 900.
906. Quick math.
Did that wrong. I'm not
It's okay. He's a humanities major. Give him a second.
that. I am. All right, so that's 1% or 2%. Rounded up 2% of the average American income is spent on Christmas.
Honestly, it's pretty amazing to me that someone would spend, $906 on Christmas, like a family, or maybe it's
Yeah.
per person.
But also, you got to think
Let me see.
it's a giving season. So, by that, it's not.
Is it really, or is it like, oh, I give to you and you give to me?
Exactly. That's the point I'm getting to, is you're not only spending 2% of your income, but others are doing the same thing. So, in a, I don't know, equal Christmas time way, you are, kind of getting what you get.
So what happened in 2007?
2007. Well,
Because
really
between
deep.
2007 and 2008,
That was the recession.
Was that the recession? Because it went from $866 to $660.
A lot of people think of 2008 as when the recession hit, but it was 2007, and the repercussions were largely in 2008.
Well, it looks like we're in the
It's kinda
highest spending in the past. Looks like since 1999, we're in the highest spending frenzy.
That is
Ever.
what many people.
People are going out to
Calling
vote. People are going out to spend.
What is it? The Trump train? That's what,
I don't know. It's just statistics, man.
yeah. Well,
maybe
we have a a confident economy right now.
Seems like it. And this $3.19 trillion is pretty substantial. It's the greatest it's been. It's just been increasing, though. So it's nothing real special, but kind of just throwing back real quick to your car. I was going to mention something. So I remember you had a lot of bumper stickers on your car. And, like, did you have to peel those off or, like...
No, I didn't peel any of them off.
They just took all of them?
There was a few that I wanted to keep. They weren't actually on my car. 2 of them were on the back window. One of them was, like, inside Easy Peel.
But they were on
and
the
the other
truck,
one was... Well, one was on the window. So there was one sticker on my truck. Everything else was on the toolbox that was, like, bolted onto the
So you
back of my
removed the
truck.
toolbox?
No, I left it on.
Shoot.
It was broken anyway, and I wouldn't be able to use it on this new car, so...
Freaking just toolbox strapped to the top of it. Like, that's my toolbox.
There's a rack on top, so it's...
Okay, gotcha. There's a rack. Put a single up there.
Yeah, but it also made me realize that I won't be bumper stickering this car.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't work out too well.
Well, I mean, not even the case that it would have to be on the car, but a lot of those stickers are from when I was in high school, and I just don't, like... They don't resonate with me anymore. It's like getting a tattoo, kind of.
Well, what was the best bumper sticker that you had in your car that you can remember?
Best bumper sticker. What I thought was the funniest at the time was I had a sticker that said "Discourage inbreeding, ban country music." And then I got back into country music, and I was like, geez, I'll just leave it there for the people that would take offense to it. They probably should take offense to it.
Do you remember remember when we were with Aaron and everyone when Aaron was on the team back in the day, and what was the bumper sticker thing? Like, what was that whole deal? Do you remember that?
Oh, that he put on the boats?
Yeah, but like someone put it on the trailer or something like that.
Oh.
And people were honking at him.
Oh, jeez.
So what is it, like a 51
it was like
hour drive from
I'm nuts
Florida?
for cowboy butts.
Yeah, so like I think it was our coach for rowing, I think, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
It was freshman year, our freshman year. He actually drove from Florida to California for our IRA, which are our international, or our national championship per se. And so it's a 51-hour drive, and he's driving with a good friend of his, and so they're switching back and forth, and all this, like the entire drive, they keep hearing these people drive past them, like honking, like just hysterically, and then like driving by and like looking at them, and they're just like, what the heck is going on? And like, you know, I think it's like 25 hours into that drive, they you know, they're stopping every other, what is it, like 30 miles or something? I don't remember what they were doing, but they stop, and then they look onto the back of the truck, and it says, I go nuts for cowboy butts. Isn't that what it said?
Well, there was a couple of them. One of them like specifically said to honk, but I can't remember what that one was. Maybe it was just honk if you love cowboy butts.
I think it was I go nuts for cowboy butts, and then people were just honking because it was like
It's funny.
freaking harassing them. But it was funny, and then so ended up they went to Aaron because they found out Aaron did the actually put the sticker on there, and so they're hysterically laughing, and so they finally go to take their boat out, and on the side of their boat says what, Christian? Do you remember?
Oh, on the 8, so on a varsity 8, it said
Gas.
heavily armed and easily pissed off, and there was a picture of like a silhouette of an AK-47.
Yes,
and that was under the coxswain seat, which
Yeah.
is very appropriate for Aaron. He's a gun-toting, proud American soldier.
he referenced God Emperor Trump many times, I think. I think as a joke, of course, but
and then the on the 4 we have a sticker that's still on there today.
gas, grass, or ass.
Nobody rides for free.
Yeah, nobody rides for free.
And that's the name of that boat, like tentatively, permanently.
Yeah. I was looking at some bumper stickers though online, and some of these are great. Like, I need to find these and buy them. Like, please don't hit me. I'm not 100% sure about my coverage. There's some.
I had one that said, "Please don't follow me. I don't know where I'm going."
I bet Jesus would have used his turn signals. Gosh. What other ones in there? If you can read this, I'm not impressed. Most people can read.
Yeah. Bumper stickers are a weird thing.
They are.
I was thinking about that because I was thinking about things that people just like. Oh my goodness! This one's a condom advertisement for Durex.
No baby on board that has Durex underneath it. God.
That's funny stuff.
What were you saying, Christian?
I was just thinking about like the way that we kind of present ourselves to the world, and how easily like stuff like this can make people form an opinion of you. And I saw like I was driving back from the beach today. I took like a study break and went and sat on the beach for a bit. And I was driving back and I looked into somebody's car and they had a lanyard hanging from the mirror, and it said, "I took a poop today," or "I pooped today."
What?
I'm like, yeah, that's important to you.
I would stick that on my bumper immediately. That's when, yeah, you know. I think Dr. McKay might put that on his bumper sticker.
I pooped today.
I pooped today. That's good.
I
I
don't
drink
know.
water today.
I think at the same time I was listening to like NPR or like some talk show, and just like the contradiction of like the seriousness of the topics I was listening to that lanyard was
It's too
absurd. Oh my goodness.
All things considered, NPR News.
Careful, we might get taken.
Oh
down
yeah,
for
my
that.
bad.
This is not all things considered. We
No, it's not.
are.
We're not considering some things.
No, we're not. Do we want to stick with our name, or should we change up our name?
I don't know. Maybe we should do like a poll and involve the 300,000 people who listen to this.
Yeah. Wow, such a big audience. We thank you all so much for listening.
Yeah, Taylor, you didn't, fake those numbers, right? It really is 300,000 people.
Oh, 400,000 people? That's incredible.
Lower?
In 3 weeks.
I think he said, yeah, okay. We're good. Well, let's stay at 400,000. Sounds good.
Oh, goodness. But so we could do like an Instagram question maybe, and have people suggest. Or just ask. If you're listening to this on YouTube, go down to the comment section and comment what you think that it should be.
I'm only speeding because I
Okay.
really have to poop. I'm going to get that one. Because it's sometimes true. I don't speed. I'm just kidding.
All right, what else can we talk about?
I mean, I'm still on these bumper stickers. It's pretty funny stuff. Strangers have the best candy. That's on a good bumper sticker. That'd be weird on a white van, though.
Do you ever play like friend or foe when you're in the car and you like wave at cars and see if they'd wave back? And if not, you're like, oh gosh, those people are awful.
No.
Yeah, it was something I did when I was a kid.
You ever like drive and then you look at them and you just realize like on the highway like there are all of those cars and they're all going to different destinations and they're all living separate lives and they're all like you feel like an ant.
Yeah.
That scares me sometimes.
Yeah, that reminds me of this word. This is called sonder.
What?
Sonder. Sonder. I believe it means like the realization that everyone's lives are just as intricately complex as your own.
Mine's more complex.
It may be.
I like to think mine is. Can I just poke a hole in that and just go like no.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like that.
I don't. Though the thing that really drives it home for me is if you are in like kind of your rhythm of your everyday life. You know, maybe you're going to work or school or something, and somebody comes from out of town and they're on vacation, and you see that they're at like a totally different rhythm than you. Sorry, Jason's still pulling up these
I'm sorry, go
bumper
ahead.
stickers. Gosh, they can be funny.
Okay, go ahead.
But if you're living your normal life and somebody from like a vacation is with you in the same town, whatever, but you're living very different lives. Say you have like a high stress situation, you have a meeting or a presentation or something coming up, and they're just relaxing, you know. But they certainly do. They have their own high stress times, but this isn't theirs,
Okay.
you know. And it makes you realize that your route isn't the only route. There's people like doing things very different than you.
You mean like
All
actually
the time.
studying for tests is a possible route?
Oh, what? No way.
No, I'm asking. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know anybody like that.
yeah,
Except
that
maybe
sounds
Lauren.
crazy. That's not. Yeah, maybe Lauren. I don't know who that is though. By the way, happy birthday, Brittany. I don't know if she's listening, but happy birthday.
She might be. And Jovinus, if he's tuning in.
Angelus.
So Sonder. Yeah, do you ever, like, is there anything that catalyzes that thought in your head?
Catalyzes if that like kind of cements it.
Or, yeah. Is there anything that kind of causes you to realize that?
Like besides the driving.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you a story. Like when I was in Tennessee, I got to the top of it's called, I think, Chimney Top Mountain, I think it's called. And you get to this part once you're like a few miles in where it just says stop. And it says from here on out, we have no jurisdiction. If you die, you're dead. Like, it's not our fault.
Wow.
And it's just like a steep, like, completely, like, if there's any water on those rocks, you'd fall off. And you just walk up this, like, 1 foot kind of bridge that's steep, like, straight up. And it's, like, kind of like, I don't know, staggered rocks on top of each other. Like, kind of like steps that are way too high. And you have to, like, pull yourself up to each one. And then you look on your left and your right, and you're about to, like, fall straight down, like, 300 plus feet or more. It's, like, it's insane. I have no idea how far it was, but you get to the top and you look down, and I just keep, I saw the cars driving on the road that I drove on to get to there, and I was just looking. I was like, I wonder if they're coming to Chimney Top. I wonder if they literally look like ants.
Yeah. I mean, they could at that point when people are so far away, it's like they could be doing anything.
Right.
They could be going to see they could be driving to deliver a baby. They could be going to a funeral. They could be going to a baseball game. I mean,
They could be kidnapping someone.
They could be kidnapping someone.
Unfortunately, I'm going to turn it that way, but that is also true.
Amber alert.
But it's really interesting to me, kind of like with heights. Is I don't know. Have you heard the I think it's Tower of Babel or Tower of what is it? No, I think it's a Tower of Babel.
I think it is Babel because I always think Babel.
Because you're always babbling.
Yeah. And then they changed the languages.
Yeah, so Tower of Babel, yeah. So the tower, yeah, you're always babbling. Huh. Oh my gosh, is that where they came from? So the Tower of Babel was the tallest tower, basically, like as the biblical story goes, right? So like man was trying to reach the heavens, and like so they built this huge tower. It was actually a really cool photo.
Yeah, it wasn't the Middle East. It wasn't.
Well, yeah, but basically like it's in Genesis, so it's like after creation, like immediately after or whatever, but like. As the story goes, it's the Tower of Babel was made, and they made it as tall as they can get because they wanted to reach the heavens.
That's a beautiful illustration.
And reach God. Yeah, this is awesome. Never seen it like this. I always thought of like the freaking Tower of Pisa, like just straight up, like.
Yeah.
But it's like this mountain-looking like tower. But so they got so high that God's like, you like go here.
Stop
like,
building that.
Stop doing that.
And speak.
And then like all of a sudden, boom! They like all knew different languages, and so they couldn't work with each other to construct it. Wow, why don't we have something like this? I really wish the viewers could see this picture. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden they're so high, and like I don't know. I just remember that like they couldn't speak language, they couldn't figure out how to communicate with each other, and that's how we got the 7 dialects of whatever the original language was. I forgot what the graph looks like, but yeah, in 1563, people. No, wait, that's when they drew it. My bad. I forgot that's
a very late.
That's 80.
Yeah, that's like 300 years ago.
I saw a meme that was like,
whoa! No, it's not.
No, I saw a meme that was like
500 years ago.
A Roman talking to another Roman. He's like, hey, like, what year is it? And he's like, it's 400 BC. And he's like, what's BC? Before Christ. He's like, who's Christ? I don't know. It's like, dang it.
I wonder when that was decided.
I know, right? Like, when did they start saying?
I think the Roman Catholic Church developed our modern calendars, and that's even where we get leap years from.
Yeah. And
Neil deGrasse Tyson had he talked about this in an interview, or maybe on Star Talk, but he oftentimes like gets into dialogue with others from the scientific community about why he still says BC and AD instead of BCE and CE, like before Common Era and Common Era. And he says he still calls it before Christ and after death because it was the church that created the calendars.
Right.
And
you can't deny that church existed. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Whether or not you believe Jesus was the Son of God.
So, I mean, whether or not he believes in the Jesus story.
Well, Jesus was a real person.
Yeah.
But, like, the spiritual side of things.
Like, whether or not he, like, subscribes to that, they created the calendar.
Right.
Like, we owe that to them. And in very, very advanced ways as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really neat.
Yeah. Neato. You
guys ever seen Nietzsche? Have you ever seen Nietzsche?
No. Can we get someone to call in? Is that possible?
Well, that's crazy.
Okay, well, when Taylor comes back, we'll look into that to see if anyone's actually listening. I'm just kidding. Of the 400,000 people, those who are listening,
Yeah.
someone can
If
call
any
it.
of you guys have phones.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's all my
2019.
grandparents. They'll take a while.
Yeah. My grandparents have phones, but they like use each other's. It's weird. They'll like post on each
What?
other's pages, like from Christine Cassell. Oh, please don't look up my grandma. But
I'm looking it up.
anyway, like from her page, my grandpa will sign off. Be like, here we are, Mike.
Oh my god. Mike signing off.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I love the Reddit r/old people. I would watch they would post to the Walmart page and be like, carrots, mayonnaise, hot dogs, ketchup.
What?
And then they'd be like, the Walmart would call and be like, sir, you actually have to go into the store. He's like, mayonnaise, ketchup. And he's like, sir, you have to go, mayonnaise. And they're just they keep trying to type in their freaking shopping list.
Or there's like Russian old people bots.
Oh, no. What are those?
Oh, I'm just going off like the Russian bot thing.
Oh, gotcha.
You know.
Mayonnaise. But yeah, old people, man. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I do send a letter to Google. I don't know what movie I saw, but they're making fun of it. They're like, "Dear Google, what does it mean if I don't know something? I don't know. Gosh, I had something going there.
What, like send it in the mail? Like snail
Right.
mail?
Well, you go to Google and you're like, "Dear Google, what?" No, "Dear Google." Here, I'll do it right now. Oh, shoot. Dear Google, it was nice talking to you today, but I still had one more question. I don't know if you can hear me typing. When is the next full moon? Cousin Tyler was wondering, and I told him you could help. Love, Jace. And like that, I get politeness responding to, it was nice to talk to you, English. Thank you, Google.
So you've done this before?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I've actually clicked this. Is that purple?
They're all purple.
Why?
Or maybe you have like your night mode on and it changed it from blue to purple.
Well, we're going to Stack Exchange now. Responding to, it was nice to talk to you. The answer is, thank you.
Talk about Sonder, dude. Learning another language.
Oh my gosh, have you seen that video about what it would be like to hear someone talk English and you didn't understand English?
Yes.
Well, you can play it through here.
Yeah. I'll try to do.
Your phone.
Actually, we don't know how to work the soundboard, so I'm just gonna play it through my
Shoot,
computer.
Taylor, come back. Well, let's hook it up and then try to do it. It's so interesting. It sounds like it's actually words, but it's not really words. Don't play yet. No. It's that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one's better.
All right.
Oh wait, or is it that one? No. Yeah. Taylor, hurry.
I've heard the top one before. I've not heard this.
Oh really?
From Gary.
Maybe.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, what English sounds like to non-English speakers.
Play the second one. I suggest it very much so. Is it the one where he grabs a book?
I do not know.
I think he grabs a book. Yeah, he's reading a book. Oh, it's good. This one sounds really similar. Hey, Taylor, can you play this video on your phone?
Or just through this.
Hurry. Okay, so while he's doing that, we're gonna say jokes. What? Oh, that's not your phone?
Or no. It's
Oh,
the
this
dongle.
is your phone. No, here.
Can we just do this?
Oh, will that work? Oh, lit. I just said lit. Oh my gosh.
Like, can we do it through the laptop? It's already pulled up.
Yeah, look at that. All right. So, anyways, here's a quick joke.
Sorry, some behind-the-scenes commentary.
Help me with a joke, Taylor.
All right, if I start playing this, will it go through the radio?
Okay. You're.
All right, I don't hear anything yet.
Okay, no jokes here.
Guards actually. Tracy Paladin having it since 4 day while I was a soap and an ottoman or something. It was relatable.
Tracy was a normal cop?
Yeah, Ashton part though. Mandolin, that older combing. Dorm dot, yeah, that heart, the actual place in C, and over it was draped like
So this is English.
6 or something.
If you were a non-English
Strange me out, and it was palatable. It's chalked
listener.
over now. Hey, did you letter after it?
No, only stone pieces, bud pieces, and HP pieces.
That's
What
weird.
divided the acorn pieces?
Kind of part. He's hoarding his packing. Is he having it older?
Older with the league, yeah.
Right. I heard you wouldn't treat that without a Parkinson's.
For the Parkinson's, it was actually Lancaster. Shim was the part of it that I didn't want to open for, because, I mean, I thought the hand sticks was better. So did Corbin, but the phasing, how to baggage or something, it was palatable.
It's
What? Keep playing. Okay.
torn.
Yeah, Corbin.
How Corbish?
Prison for me to bottom one of those buy fence things.
Yeah, that's Corbish.
I know. Hey, have you seen any of those Paggarts screened out?
No, how does that stop?
Yeah. So it frames in a Pirtle or something, right? But
Christian.
The Fectins,
So then the page discarded the screener thing and the thing,
No, but then if I didn't have the, obviously,
but the screen was out.
but if the radio was on the teleprompter and the modulator and
The
then I
tablet
wouldn't.
and the computer it's thinking.
No, but then it was I wouldn't even. Never, I would.
But if I did, and then
and then just on Torch and then,
Christian, just get it, snap out of it.
Okay, all right.
We
I'm
weren't
back.
speaking English.
Wow, that's crazy.
We were speaking
Although I didn't do it as well.
other English. No, he like totally had a script and everything. But yeah, that's like English from non-English speakers. Was that similar to your video?
No, mine didn't have any English words in it.
Oh,
You want to hear that one?
Yeah, let's listen to that real quick.
All right.
Looks like we have time.
Taylor, is that still hooked up? All right, here we go. This is like, all right, so now there's a woman, she's washing lettuce, and she's peeling a carrot, she's slicing a carrot.
Oh yeah.
This is like ASMR. Brought to you by Pickle Sized Wolves. She's slicing tomatoes. Delicious salad she's making. She's pulling some small birds out of the oven, slicing those open. They look nice and juicy.
Featherless.
You can see her from the back. Her husband walks up to her.
Whoa.
We made a lot of that.
Sure.
Sure.
She's
Whoa.
He's taking her apron off.
This isn't YouTube, Christian.
I bought you like a bag of omelets. It's coordination.
Sounds good.
Coordination.
Hopefully we won't get taken off for this. I'm just gonna do it a few more seconds. And then
Okay. I like the music in the background.
That's good.
Thursday, you pouring along for that?
So there's some English speakers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's hear them get into a fight.
So I can sew that long that you want for the Rat Chad seasonal, and yeah, Chad's a long way for the Rainbow seasonal and all that kind of art. We rat the bird again.
Fight. 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 Fight.
We rat the gate. Why? I bleed the whole chase between. You want to get? You want to get for what?
You want to get for what? Oh my gosh. I would just laugh if I was a non-English speaker.
Yeah, I mean that's why so many like,
You want to laugh, forgot?
well, so many people think that other languages sound funny when they don't understand them.
I thought Lithuanian sounded intelligent.
Is that right?
Yes. Westic Poltas.
They have a cool sounding language. It's a very old language too.
Yes. I wonder if this is actually pretty accurate. Like, if you didn't speak English and you heard, like, Caleb, have you, you didn't, what was your first language?
So my first language is Arabic.
So when you first heard English before you learned English, did it kind of sound like that, or what was it?
Sounds like what?
Like did you listen to this?
Yeah,
So did it sound at all like that, kind of like gibberish?
yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
Right. Well, I remember being like a kid and not being like able to read and looking at billboards and just being enamored.
You don't know how excited I was in first grade when I was like, I'm gonna learn to read, or second grade or whatever. I forgot.
Well, that's wild. It's a whole new world.
I was so pumped, and then now I'm like, I don't want to take this test. And I was so pumped in second grade. Why couldn't I just be that pumped now?
This kind of goes back to last week. How I was talking about like how cool it is to not know things.
Yeah, the mystery.
Yeah, the mystery of it, and to know that you could know it because you see other people knowing it. All right, so back to Lithuanian. First of all, Lithuanian is a very old language. Is related to Sanskrit, a classical language of India. Latin, and ancient Greek. It is
my
the
gosh.
oldest Indo-European language, which has preserved the most phonetical and morphological aspects of the proto-language, which many other
Translate.
European countries come from.
Humanities major. Translate.
So it's a Baltic language.
All right.
And basically, if you kind of think about like an evolutionary tree of languages, this is where many other languages stem from. So English takes things from other languages, some of which are Latin, a lot of like Latin root words, I think,
Quid nomen tibi est.
and or maybe that's just scientific, but
Mihi.
we have a large influence from English, and basically Lithuanian is something that influenced a lot of other languages. But since Lithuania is like pretty small population-wise, it was kind of hard for it to survive, and it's impressive that it has survived their country.
What language did you take in high school?
I took Spanish.
Why didn't you take Latin?
I don't know if it was offered.
Oh, it was offered for me, and it was amazing.
I took Spanish, and I slept through it all. It was awful. I didn't learn much, and my teacher, she like cut me a lot of slack too. She'd always just say, muy guapo, give me a hug. And so she called me handsome and give me a hug, but she didn't teach me much Spanish. Or maybe I just didn't learn much.
You know, we had a really good Latin teacher, and then first, second year was like, yeah. And then third year, I was like, shoot, I got to take an online class. Let me just take Latin 3. And then the Latin 3 teacher who was there was like, yeah, you don't know anything about Latin. And I'm like, I thought I knew everything, but I really didn't know anything. So he retaught me all of Latin 1 and 2, and then 3 in 6 weeks. It was amazing. And now I only remembered how to say mihi nomen tibi est Jace. Et tibi, which means you, and you. I said my name's Jace, and your name is? Quid nomen tibi est. What's your name?
Christian.
You know, they say Latin's a dead language. I will
You
fight
just
you.
spoke it.
I will fight you. Latin is not a dead language.
You just spoke it.
Anything, if you ever had like if you ever gone to medical school or anything, you will see more Latin than you will ever see in your life. Like, that is, like, you see Latin every day.
That is for
Just
real.
underlying everything.
A dead language would be something like,
It's no longer actively spoken
right,
by a group, but I believe it is church.
What is a dead language? Do we know any?
And oh yeah, Aramaic, right? Or did I just say some random word that sounded like a language and it's not really dead?
Well, we don't really know about the truly dead languages.
Aramaic. Ooh. Whoa, did I just pull this out of my high school memory? Oh, it's Aramaic. Oops. Aramaic.
Wow. Okay. As many as half the world's 7,000 languages are expected to be extinct by the end of this century. It is estimated that one language dies out every 14 days.
What?
I don't know, it's from some website called The Star. I don't know if I trust it, but that's crazy.
I trust it.
Go for it.
Blindly.
Dude, that is wild. So I assume it'd be like the tribal languages.
Yeah, Aramaic was like the first language.
What's that number? We're talking about tribes for a second. So there's a certain number of people that you can like know in a friendly way and like know their names and faces together. Of people you can know, and I believe people, they would like live in these groups. Dunbar's number. Dunbar's number is a suggested cognitive limit to the number of people with whom one can maintain a stable social relationship with.
Oof.
Right. So
Amazing.
I believe it was like 150 to 200 people, and that's like the amount of people that lived in like tribes and stuff.
But it's like when you're in a controlled area, right? Like
Right.
not like a city where you're never going to see them.
Right.
I'm fascinated by even in this huge world, you know how like I'm sure everyone at least once in their life has said, wow, small world, like the common expression. Because you run into people in this world of 7 billion people, you know, in the weirdest places. It's like, I'm fascinated by that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely fascinated by that. And I wonder if there's something that's like subconscious that drives us to come to similar places down the road. Like if we all saw our like future paths of life as like a line on a sheet, and we saw everyone that we've interacted with, and you could see down the road where we cross, and like because of where we started, there's going to be expected crossing points.
Well, you're more likely to follow a similar path to those people than other people.
Right, but like even like the farthest and craziest like instances where like so and so gets married and they have a honeymoon at Disney and you just so happen to be at Disney and they're like 1,000 miles from home and they just happen to go to that Disney like instead of the one that's closer or another one, you know.
Well, get this.
Right, at the same time you're there.
When I was going on, I think I was 7 years old. I was in first grade, and I was heading to Colorado, which is where I was born, where my family lived. And they lived in a place called Loveland, and they had a neighbor, a couple of neighbors, who we saw on the flight to Colorado from Orlando.
Okay.
And I think they were coming back from Disney or something, but we saw them on the flight, and it's like, wow, this is impossible that they're going to Denver the same time we are. But out of all the people that you would know to be going to Denver, like that would be a very likely set of people because, you know, they lived there.
Right.
I mean, it still is crazy and like a really cool coincidence. However, like that's to be more expected than say somebody who lived in a different part of the country already.
Right.
So what are you playing there?
Here, keep talking. Distract the listeners while I bring this up. It's a story that Billy has for us while he's in a van of when he ran into people.
Are you sure it's that one?
I don't know. Distract. Keep talking.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is.
Here we go. I'm going to pass the aux over. Ooh. Sorry for that noise. It's down lower.
Yeah, that's the power port. Whoops. I think
we talked about road rage for a little bit.
Yeah, we did, and then we went to here.
Oh,
a little bit further.
Play a little bit before that happened, because I said something about landfills in that video.
Oh, this is it.
That went like largely underheard, and I want
Where?
that to be heard. It was right when we saw that billboard, because I think that's kind of funny. We saw this billboard in DC. All right, so just so everybody knows, we're jumping to a vlog that I made on YouTube from last spring of our team going on a regatta, like a boat race, crew race, to DC. And we're on the George W. campus.
Yes. And I don't know how loud it's going to be, so...
That should be good. Do you have your normal volume up too? All right, here we are in the vlog.
Universal Health.
Let's see who they represented. Got
The black guy with the dreads. Got the Middle Eastern
This
lady.
is okay.
You've got several white people.
there's an Asian, I think, female. There's the prosthetic leg black lady.
I love how that had to be.
There's like an Indian one with the top hat on, and this is all for like an ad for like universal health care. And I'm just like, what the heck? Why would they put a top hat on some red person? Why would they have like I get it, like, you know, prosthetics, things like that, but it's just like they made...
It was a strong sign.
It's a really interesting sign, but now let's listen really closely and try to hear in the background Billy tell a story that really doesn't make sense. But
and also what I said about landfills.
Yes. See if you catch this. Test yourself.
It's healthcare for everyone, everywhere.
And one time, actually, we got stopped on a drawbridge, and we knew the family in front of us.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Even though, like,
It's
we didn't
okay.
plan it at all.
Let's see the monks and
Right
bikes.
over there.
That was it. I don't think anyone heard it besides the camera. I wasn't even listening to him when I was recording.
Oh, that's great. Dude, I died when I was editing. I absolutely died.
It was just
It
so
was the
happy.
greatest story I have ever heard in my life.
We were under that drawbridge, and we knew the family that was
In front of us.
in front of us.
And we didn't even plan it.
We didn't even plan it. I love you, Billy, so
It
much.
ended right there. It was great.
Oh,
But
it
it just came out of nowhere. I was editing, and I don't
Literally-
think, like, nothing had to do with that. I don't know. Something ticked in his head for
just-
him to say that.
He
It
said
was-
it. I think it maybe
marvelous.
was like a 30-minute prior to that.
Beautiful.
Someone said like, "Oh, hey, yeah, random occurrences."
I think Billy's in a higher realm of thought than the rest of us.
I think he has a different perspective that we need to learn and then add to our list of
We can
perspectives.
study him. Billy, if you're listening, I hope that you're an organ donor. Because we're going to learn some stuff from you, buddy.
Quickly remove. Can you remove that? Is this something you can like opt out of? Like, can I not be an organ donor? Please?
Oh. Right before you die. If somebody hears you, I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't want to be in someone else. All right. So, I don't know. Is your landfill coming in here? Is it?
Here, go ahead and play it.
Oh my gosh, can they levitate? They're right over there. Oh. Alright, we are now.
No, that's
gonna
not
be.
it.
It's gonna be
There's
before
Spencer.
that. Before we saw the sign, I think.
The K Street.
Right, K Street. We saw a sign that was K Street. I said it was sassy.
That's up to you though. This street's so sassy. We're on K Street. Our landfill situation can be solved by dumping everything in Illinois.
Oh my god!
And that was just like a short little clip of the Washington Monument.
Our landfill situation could be fixed by
Dumping everything in Illinois.
Oh my gosh. It's not big enough, is it?
Surely.
I think we should just blow them all up.
I don't know. Do you know much about Illinois?
No.
You know anybody there?
No.
Then that's where we're sending our trash.
We're sending our trash there. This is done. Presidential decree. Yeah. What are we?
I can't wait to make more vlogs.
I know. Oh, I can't wait to make more podcasts about. I don't even know what now.
We should analyze the vlogs.
No, that's our entire podcast.
Yeah.
Just analyze. So right here,
Director's overcut.
there's the obelisk, pointy thing, also known as the Washington's Monument.
You think there's anything entertaining between there and Billy's?
Oh, there's Spencer's random fact.
Oh.
Here's Christian's beautiful face and voice.
Alright, we are now walking dinner. Spencer's got some wise things to say.
What?
Lay it on thick, like cocoa butter.
Did you know a baby can swim through the veins of a blue whale?
That is very impressive knowledge.
A baby can swim through the veins of a blue whale. I think I made a similar comment here, and then you guys kind of made it a little bit of a burn. So I'm not going to play that burn, but I might play my
Did
comment.
you know that you can make up random facts that are fake and then people will believe them if they're...
Did you know you can make up random facts that are fake, but are so just like amazing that people will just believe them?
Why would I?
Hey, did you know that Jason?
I'm going to stop there.
Wait, I cut it out though. I cut the.
As a tiny
SGA president.
I can't put that in the vlog this year. I'm trying to
Oh my God.
So we're sitting at Chipotle.
Oh, yes.
And Jason's been looking for yeast.
Yes, I was looking for yeast. I guess we're now just kind of going through the podcast
This is
now.
a fun thing to go
Or
through.
the vlog. Yeah, I was kind of give a little backstory on this. I don't remember why I wanted yeast so bad, but
You want to make a bomb?
no, not a bomb. An
A volcano?
elephant toothpaste.
Elephant
bomb.
toothpaste. That's
An
it.
elephant bomb. That sounds horrible, actually. An elephant toothpaste bomb. Because I don't know, I thought I saw a video on it, and I was like, hey, I could do this. Let me just go get this specific bomb-making material
If elephants were terrorists.
and some yeast, which is literally what you have to get. And it's really hard to find this one hydrogen peroxide that's like extremely concentrated, unless there's a freaking salon nearby that sells it. So I was like on the hunt.
For an hour now, but to make elephant toothpaste, and the nearest yeast he's found is 30 minutes away.
I was so ready to go 30 minutes away for that.
Yeah.
So
You
ready.
gonna catch an Uber?
No,
I remember being so tired.
I was gonna walk. I was so tired too.
Like my eyes were so glassy right there.
What's that?
My eyes were so glassy right there.
Yeah, we were so ready. It was Chipotle every single day was great.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Gosh. All right. Well, there's a little sneak peek of that whole thing.
All right. So today, what did we cover?
A lot. I don't know. Do we have to go back?
Went through Movember. Anything else?
I will say,
All
kind
sorts
of
of stuff.
final words. Like if I just drew a 6 right here in front of you, and it's a 6 to me, right? To you, it's a 9. Just let that sink in real quick. I am 100% sure in front of me is a 6, and 100% sure you're sure it's a 9. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. We don't really need to go too much deeper. Do you have any like wise words kind of to end the night? Hey Taylor, can you play some music to finish this off? They can't hear me when I whisper, right? Directly in the microphone.
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
You guys can't hear us, can you?
I'm gonna be honest, Christian. I really enjoy doing this.
I do too. This is the blast.
This is kind of fun.
I love it. Whether 40,000 people are listening,
400,000 actually.
400,000 people are listening.
Oh wait, can we do a
or
caller?
4 people.
Wait,
or no people.
Can we do a caller, Caleb? What is this music?
Mariachi.
This is. Do we have like kind of calm music?
Like chill. Is this chill? Chill step. That's nice. A little
That
guitar. Okay.
Can we do a caller real quick? Then wait for like a minute.
We don't know how to do that right now. Next time.
Okay, next time we'll do a caller.
All right. Next show we're gonna have a caller.
We'll probably do it earlier in, so
so we can talk before we kick you out.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Some wise words from today.
Yeah, just like one wise like line that's like kind of take and run.
All right. I'm gonna have Caleb count me down to us signing off, and right as he approaches 1, I'm gonna say the wise words.
Can I say some wise word real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Did I mention the advice one?
Advice.
So if you want advice, ask for money. If you want money, ask for advice. That's golden right there, by the way.
That's good stuff.
Took me a while to dig that one up. I got really lucky when I heard it from a specific person. So
I like that.
use it wisely.
All right, Caleb, count us down.
Three, two.
Go vote.
Yeah, that too. Here's wise.
So that's it. Voting day is tomorrow. Get out to the polls. All right. I hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I guess we will. We'll see you next Monday. Same
All right.
time?
Same time.
Yeah, see you then.
All right. Love you, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Stepped on the cracks 'cause I thought I'd hurt my mother.